胸の中いつか拾った幸せのかけら集めてみよう忘れかけていたメロディー色あせず僕の真ん中にありがとう心から僕に今があるのはみんなのおかげさありがとう心から次は僕がみんなにハッピーを送るよ何もかも忘れないよあの日の僕も僕だから大好きだよっていつも言ってあげなきゃダメだね涙がこぼれそうな長い夜はふと振り返って足跡をたどるんだあの日を忘れないように胸の中いつか拾った幸せのかけら集めてみよう忘れかけていたメロディー色あせず僕の真ん中にありがとう心から僕に今があるのはみんなのおかげさありがとう胸の中いつか拾った幸せのかけら集めてみよう忘れかけていたメロディー色あせず僕の真ん中にありがとう心から僕に今があるのはみんなのおかげさありがとう心から次は僕がみんなにハッピーを送るよ
Do you remember 21st night September? Love was changing the minds, pretenders, while chasing the clouds away. Our hearts were ringing in the key that our souls were singing as we danced in the night. Remember how the stars stole the night away. Oh yeah. Do you remember 21st night September? Love was changing the minds, pretenders, while chasing the clouds away. Our hearts were ringing in the key that our souls were singing as we danced in the night. Remember how the stars stole the Do you remember 21st night September? Love was changing the minds, pretenders, while chasing the clouds away. Our hearts were ringing in the key that our souls were how the stars stole the night away. Oh yeah. Do you remember 21st night, September? Love was changing the minds, pretenders, while chasing the clouds away. Our hearts were ringing in the key that our souls were singing as we danced in the night. Oh yeah. You remember? Do you remember 21st night, September? Love was changing the minds, pretenders, while chasing the clouds away. Our hearts were ringing in the key that our souls were singing as we danced in the night. Remember how the stars stole the night away. Oh yeah. professional young talent doing some things that I know you haven't heard before. Ladies and gentlemen. Some professional young talent doing some things that I know you haven't heard before. Ladies and gentlemen. We've got some professional young talent doing some things that I know you haven't heard before.
And I'm finally we are on to the easy pick between aaron91937 versus Ice Taylor. So it seems like the entire match we do see Aaron has been lagging behind due to his connection of the Mantra being not quite well. Unfortunate case, but we're gonna be mostly looking at non-sync gameplay for the entire match. And yeah, hopefully this will go on smoothly since, because the entire match has not been going on quite smoothly. That's why we are barely on 2-1 even after this long. And finally syncs up. Not syncs up, but finally the time decided to give up. We will see Aaron actually gaining extra scores, because even he's actually beating Ice Taylor even he was behind, so this makes it really close on screen. And now Aaron is a bit behind, so Ice Taylor looking like it's gonna be losing this pick. And that was a gamble that did not work, as Ice Taylor probably hoping for a pick that might work out in his favor, or a slow reading pick. Seems like that's gonna be it. And at the end, Aaron actually not really beating out the map by not beating out Ice Terror by a lot. It's just only around 10,000 points. He basically did not get many extra points. after past a certain part. So that was a really difficult map. Yeah, now we'll be moving on to the next pick from Aaron, going for Free Mod 2 instead. And the chat is just, I believe that's Spanish. I'm sorry, I did not know my Spanish well. But yeah, Free Mod 2, that was actually selected by me in this pool. And originally the original Free Mod 2 was just way too difficult for the entire tournament in my honest opinion. So I decided to go for suggest this one, and thankfully it got used. And it's mapped by OP456667. Not really your regular type of like anti-mod thing. The patterns are not really extremely difficult just yet. But we do see Aaron going for Hidden Hard Rock, and Ice Terror seems like he disconnected instantly. So we're looking like gonna be MP abort. I do believe that was an MP abort moment. And alright, let's invite him again. That was a very weird moment. But yes, this map, despite being 200 BPM, the patterns of this map. Despite this map being a 200 BPM map, it's still being an Oni, and most of the patterns are still mostly focused on 5 note. There's like few 7 notes on DD, but there's no 1-6 after all. Let's try again. And this is gonna be interesting result. Aaron going for Hidden Hard Rock. That might not be the best gameplay here, because we see in the first part of the map, his accuracy is already dropping down to 87%. This is interesting. So yeah, this might not be the play here. iShare going for just no mod and actually gaining quite a decent scores. Still going on with a really strong accuracy. The double mod may not be the play here, down to 73%. This is an interesting result. And for players who watching the tourney for the first time, you can choose no mod if the opponents pick the free mod. But if you are the one who picked the free mod, you must put on a mod. You can put on one of them, but you can also put on 2 of them if you think you are confident, and that's what Aaron is doing. But the confidence doesn't pay off, dropping down to 200,000 points. Yeah, this might be a blunder here from Aaron. Another couple of breaks, now onto the chorus. I'm gonna get some more patterns throughout here. Let's see, can Ice Terror actually FC's map? This being no mod is actually one of the easiest map in the entire map. One of the easiest in the entire pool, but put on the mod though, it's definitely not the same map. As we do see Ice Aaron completely struggles in this map, and Ice Terror FCing without hitting finishers. That's why his score is a bit lower than usual, 98% FC. But he's still gonna get it, and it's going to be a 3-2. Yeah, seems like Ice Terror still have some chance. And if I'm Ice Terror right now, just pick HD. If HD is not banned, I would literally just go for HD. But I will. Okay, that is still not a bad pick going for Hidden Hard Rock, seeing your opponent completely just blundered on the HDHR map, and this might be the worst mistakes Aaron has done. Now he needs to be forced to play Hidden Hard Rock. Ice Terror, not really the strongest play on Hidden Hard Rock, but they can play HD quite well, honestly. And Ice Terror also banned on Hidden 1 on their case, but I do believe Hidden 2 should still be a pretty good play here from Ice Terror, but going for Hidden Hard Rock after seeing such an awkward performance from Aaron here. This is a play. To be fair, last map S3 is a lot quicker. There's 200 BPM Hidden Hard Rock and also some speeds up in S3 as well. So Hidden Hard Rock on last map was actually way difficult than this one as a reading. As a pattern though, this map is a lot this map is a lot harder. We have some offhand patterns throughout the entire map. Some offhand stream as well. But the map mostly focus on 160 BPM. And there's no SV change. So the reading is a lot tamer in that sense, I'd say. And Hard Rock, usually Aaron does it better due to just flat out accuracy here. This map I would say actually quite equivalent to Hard Rock 1, but just put on Hidden. How strong is Aaron on HD though? It's definitely questionable. Yep, plays are ready. So we're gonna start. Yeah, it seems like Aaron's internet is dead. Oh, there we go. Hopefully, things will go on smoothly from now on. And again, like I mentioned, this one is a lot easier to read compared to last map on Hidden Hard Rock, and Aisha himself not really a really strong Hidden Hard Rock player, so it's actually making it a really close match. But the first one to find the drop is going to be Ice Terror in that case. Aaron here still leading by a tiny bit. Still on a B though, so looking like he's a slightly bit more comfortable in this map due to the SV scroll speed being a lot readable in that sense, and Ice Terror really dropping in the Hidden. Maybe the Hidden 2 is the gameplay here and not this map. We'll see. For now, Aaron leading around 60,000 points difference, around 2 bricks from him, but mostly difference is definitely comes from accuracy. 90 from Aaron and 85 from Ice Terror. And the whole map is quite consistent. There's not really any sessions, it's just way harder on way easier. Just the entire map rocks away, you need to be good at both Hidden and Hard Rock on this map. And Aaron dropping a lot of accuracy in that sense is actually making Ice Terror having a chance to come back, but Ice Terror dropping it by really seeing a huge break from him, and Aaron leading back on 80,000 points difference. It was looking like there's a chance, but Aaron almost reaching back combo can having a chance. Might steal the deal here, but Aaron again starting to drop 100s left and right, but Eyeshadow just misread some of the patterns, and seems like the run from Eyeshadow trying to hit a tiebreaker might be it. There's just nothing left in the map, and Aaron, despite the weakness shown on the last map on the free mob pick, on the hidden hard rock, BPM become a lot easier. He is going to seal the deal, take back the breakpoint, 88,000 points difference, and not 88,000 points, 100,000 points difference. And Eyeshadow trying their best. It seems like Hidden Hard Rock is also not that person's on suits. But that's gonna be it. Hidden Hard Rock pick. Congratulations to Aaron. And we'll be moving forward to the winners bracket of the round of 16. And Eyeshadow will be dropping down to the loser brackets. And again, show some decent performance. I mean, first person to actually grab 2 points off Aaron, of the opponents despite losing. So that's a good news. And looking at the brackets right now, which are probably too small for me to see, but we can see they will be moving forward against one of the player that actually already finished playing. Alright, thank you. Aaron will be moving forward against Esconaya. So that will be he will be facing the second seed of the tournament. And yeah, good luck, buddy. It's gonna be a hard fought battle for them. And that means Eyeshadow will be having a free weekend next week, I believe. Because Christmas should be having a free weekend. Yeah, there we go. Eyeshadow will be having a free weekend next week. So they'll be at least moving on to even higher spot than Aaron, but that's just what happens to your bracket moments. But yeah, I guess that's gonna be all from us. Thanks for you guys for all watching. That's been a closer match, and sorry for oversleeping till around halfway through the match. That's going to be all from us. And next match will be from tomorrow, as this is the last match of today. It will be resuming back on 21 UTC, 16 hours from now. It's gonna be SKE, which is SKE, versus AIL, which is SKE versus I need my not too sure full name. AIL. Ida. I do believe it's gonna be Ali. Ida. That's Ida. Yeah. So it's gonna be SKE versus Ida. Very strong hard rock player against a very new player. Let's see can Ida exploit some points on HD pools in upcoming 16 hours. And that's all from us. My name is Yonkin, and we'll be seeing you guys in 21 UTC tomorrow. Take care.